Hey, how's it going, guys? It's TheLlamaSir here, and welcome back to another Rocket League video. And again, I'm sorry my voice is still bugging me. I'm waiting for it to heal and trying to do my best here, but today I just had to make a video using my voice because I have to explain to you guys some new info that they just dropped on the brand new Overdrive crate. So we already talked a bunch about this stuff coming in the new anniversary update in the last video that I posted on it, but I said in that video that there's going to be an announcement of some more stuff, and that is what we got today. So specifically what we got is, of course, the look at the Overdrive crate and a ton of items within it, which are a bunch of new things that we didn't get to see in the trailer, and there are some very huge announcements that you guys will want to hear, including black market goal explosions. So yeah, definitely a lot of cool stuff. Remember to leave a like down below if you enjoyed the video, and let's just jump right into it. Alright guys, so this is definitely going to be the most unique crate we've ever had, and it came along with some other, pictures of the Champions Field, which looks absolutely awesome. Cannot wait to get my hands on this and use some of the new items on it, but that is not what we want to see. Even though it's sick, it looks amazing, we already got to see some of that in the update trailer. So let's instead take a look at the brand new Overdrive crate and some very new items, including a bunch of gifts or gifs. Again, fight down below in the comments which of the two it's called, but we got a lot of awesome videos of these. So starting it off here, we got, instead of getting like a rare decal, one of the things we got to see was a new paint finish, and that is the glossy blocks finish. So this by itself is actually very cool. I don't know if it'll kind of replace every single painted decal with some kind of new paint finish. I think that would kind of be a lot to do, and I think it'd be a safe bet to say that there's going to be a lot of decals in this crate. But the glossy blocks by itself is actually really cool, and I'm excited to mess around with it with like secondary colors and stuff like that. Now then, moving on to the very rare, this is where it starts to get interesting because we do actually get a brand new trail and not just a boost. It's going to be important to kind of differentiate between those two in the future now, but we get the friction trail that moves along behind your car, and it actually looks very cool. It's a lot different from the default one that we already see in game, which is more of like a purple, and this has those spark effects to it which really fit in and is going to be really cool with things like orange customizations and maybe even like normal Dracos. I could see it looking very nice with those. Now as for the imports, we actually get to see all three of these because of course we have the two import cars, the Centio V17, which looks amazing. Again, it's kind of like a Formula Mix sports car type of thing, but looks super freaking clean, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this one, especially painted. I think it's gonna look amazing and painted. Now along with that, we also get the for sure formula car, the Animus GP, which looks sick on its own. I cannot wait to get this one as well, and both of these together are definitely going to trade for a ton, but we already talked about that. So let's move on to the other third import, and that is the Magic Missile boost, which they actually also call a trail in the notes, but we clearly know it's different. It is definitely a boost, and it looks pretty cool. It's definitely unique. Again, we don't freak out a ton about boosts, but seeing this painted, it'll definitely be a fun one to take a look at. Now as for the exotics, we get to see one of the two here, and that is the Turbine wheels, which are definitely very unique. Unfortunately, they're not very animated, which is kind of unfortunate, kind of a little bit of a surprise, but you do get to see that they have a very, very bright look to them. I don't even know if you'll be able to get these crimson because they are very crimson on their own, but the fact that they have a thing that kind of goes along the wheel is very interesting, and I'm excited to see what those look like painted. I'm not quite sure if they're going to beat out my titanium white Apex, but no doubt I'll have to try and get my hands on some. Now also, we still have to wait and see what the other exotic is. We kind of got to look at what I think it'll be in the trailer. It's kind of secretive. You kind of get to see a very quick look at it, and I kind of think that would be the second exotic. But so far we got to see the Turbine. Again, very cool, but not quite as cool as the new black market goal explosions. That is right, guys. Finally, we're switching it up here with an insane new addition that I am super pumped for, and honestly I just cannot wait to see these. I mean, I love the mystery decals, and that's been so cool, but we've already gotten so many of them, and they're really only something that you can put on your car. But instead, with these goal explosions, they are something that everybody can see. As soon as you score a goal, they instantly know that you have this black market goal explosion. Now along with this, we also got a full look at the fireworks goal explosion, which just, I don't even really need to explain it. It's very clear and looks just absolutely insane. There is no other way to describe it. I mean, you've got the initial explosion, which is way bigger than the original default one we currently have, but then along with that, it shoots out sparks behind it, and then on top of that, it finishes it off with like a finale of just a bunch of fireworks in the goal. So again, I am super excited for this, and along with this, we also know that we get the sort of like fiery face one that looks really cool, and then of course the ice one, which we got to see in the trailer as well. And I would think that they'd maybe add in a fourth one that we didn't get to see yet, and I say that because when we started out getting crates, we started out with 4 mystery decals, so it would make sense that they have 4 gold explosions, but again, that's not confirmed. But either way, I'm super excited to get these. They are going to be a very fun thing to trade for and open crates for. Now, on top of the crate, we of course get the Season 4 rewards, which are the reward trails, and we actually get a full look at every single one. So here you can see bronze. It's definitely the simplest, nothing too special. It's honestly pretty boring. But then when you move on to silver, it gets a little more interesting. They did a really good job at keeping these kind of like getting cooler as they get up in the ranks. So these have like some nice circles to them. They're a little bit of a better color. And then with the gold, they get a little bit more unique with sort of like the scraggly trail behind it, and then the, I think, hexagons. It's kind of quick and hard to see, but that looks really cool. And then when you get into the platinum, it's a very cool kind of like sky blue with some hexagons and triangles behind it. Definitely one that I'm excited to have. And then of course the diamond is where it starts to get a lot more interesting with this. I don't even know how to explain it. Kind of just hectic trail with some stars behind it. And then finally for the champion, it's the best of the best with the diamonds and that super bright purple. So if you didn't have a reason to grind before, this should definitely convince you to work towards those higher ranks before July 5th. Now finally, we also got some other news again on Rocket League Radio. We got to hear one of the first tracks that's made by Tokyo Machine. And then speaking of audio, we also got to see that the engine audio upgrades, they said that we've revamped all existing engine sounds in game and dropped in new engines for battle cars that previously didn't have unique sounds. So again, nothing too specific on if you can unlock them in crates in the future. It kind of makes it sound that you can't. But either way, that is very cool and a good way to wrap up this update. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for this video. Be sure to leave a like down below if you enjoyed or are pumped for this update just as much as I am. And be sure to subscribe if you're new, as well as check out some of my previous videos here, such as a 2v2 with me and Pick-a-Pixel versing our sponsors. And then on the right, all of the info and secrets in the anniversary update trailer. But other than that, guys, again, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm TheLlamaSir, and I will see you guys next time.